Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome. Today we are playing the Calamity playtest. This is a playtest that's only going on till about December 23rd, I believe. So it's almost over. At the time of recording, this is December 21st. Happy first day of winter. Currently, we have a little bit of Christmas decor here in Calamity, which is really cute, really awesome. I love Christmas events and games. But today's video, I'm just going to run a dungeon and kind of talk about the game and tell you what I like about it, which is a lot. I do love this game. Let me see what I'm working with here. Crossbow. Should I run with a crossbow or a sword? I've currently got all my sword gear going. I'll just keep the sword for right now. But yeah, so I like a lot about this game. This game is great. It is a obviously 2D game, but it's kind of like an action RPG, not like Diablo, not unlike Diablo either. But basically you run around with your left click, you attack with your right click, and you've got your skills down here. Your skills are dependent on your weapon and your armor. And so the base weapons you get have like 2 skills, then if you have the uncommon, it's got 3 skills, and so on and so forth. And you basically, the gameplay loop is you run these dungeons. So you saw me select the dungeon. I should have talked about that a little bit before I just jumped in, but oh well. You basically are progressing through dungeons that are increasingly difficult. Like, they have different levels of difficulty. So you go through the dungeons, like you start obviously on level 1. You go through the dungeons until you unlock the boss wave, which you need to craft a key to do the boss. And so you challenge the boss, kill him, he drops some decent stuff, and also unlocks the next tier of dungeons, which is tier 2 if you started on tier 1. So these are tier 2 dungeons right now. I haven't gotten super far into it, but the tier 2 dungeons, like, you'll unlock better stuff, obviously. So you start getting uncommon drops rather than just the pure common drops, and then tier 3 you start getting like the more rare drops and stuff. And there's also different tiers of crafting materials. So like to repair your weapons, so for example, this is 7 out of 12 durability. I need the green stuff to repair the uncommon materials, and for the common stuff I need the common materials. And so the way that works is you just get them as drops from killing mobs and grind them out. You can also salvage gear that you get as drops from mobs that you don't want, and you can get more materials to repair that way. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different weapons you can use. There's like an axe, a like magic sword that I'm using, a regular like melee sword, a bow, crossbow, staff. I think that's about it, but that's a lot. And each one of those weapons has different skill sets and different skills that you can potentially have. So you get the drop and they'll have like certain skills, and then you can go to an NPC and actually re-roll the skills, which also costs that same kind of repair material to re-roll them. And so every skill or every weapon has a certain amount of skills that you can get, but you won't have all of them. So you kind of have to choose which ones you want by re-rolling and stuff. And it's a pretty cool mechanic because it makes it a lot different. Like, you can choose to play a bunch of different ways and all of that stuff. So it's really fun. And so when you're doing the dungeons, you see up here at the top, we've got these little skulls, and then the final skull. It's 4 waves of just normal boss mobs, or normal mobs, and then you go to the boss. It's not even boss, it's just like a little bit harder monsters at the last one, which you'll see, and they have higher drop rates. So that's where I typically will farm the 100%. So to unlock the portal to the next one, you kill 50% of the monsters, and same thing at the last one. If you kill 50%, you can unlock the portal back to town and you completed the dungeon. But I like to farm 100% on that last one just because you do get higher drop rates, so you get more of your like crafting materials or repair materials, whatever you want to call them. You get higher drop rates for weapons and stuff, and so it's worth farming those. Sorry about my sniffling. I did just wake up and I've got allergies, and so you know how it goes. If you don't know how it goes, then be grateful. But back to the game. There's also guilds and stuff. I've made my guild test play just because why not? There's titles. So you see I've got the Cog Master title. That is for having their factory NFTs, which you own one and you got the Cog Master title, and I think it gives you something. It gives you... No, it doesn't give you a stash bonus or any bonus. You just can equip it. So I've got the Catch 10 Fish title and the Own 1 Factory NFT title, which right now doesn't do anything. You do actually... It does something. You go to there's like a shopkeeper that you can get every day. You can claim 2 free chests from him if you have a factory NFT, or maybe 1, and since I have 2 of them, it lets me claim 2. And they drop like potions, like I got these potions from it. And today I actually got this Cog cloak from it, which is pretty cool. So it does do something. In the future, it's going to do more. Obviously, I think it's going to have like, I think it's going to help you get... I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I know it's going to have utility in the future, which is why I got it. Also to support the developers, because I do love this game. Like I've played so many of their play tests, and I just have such a great time every time I do it. And I love to see the different things they add every play test. I love to see I love the art style, honestly. Like the pixel art's great. It reminds me of Realm of the Mad God, if you've ever played that. Kind of old but still ongoing MMO. Oops, I'm out of mana. There's also potions. I do have some mana potions. I typically just burn through the potions because, I mean, why not? But it's kind of hard to get them. Like, they don't drop as much as you would hope they do. And so I find myself a lot of times stuck with like no mana, which is kind of annoying. These guys are kind of tough. But yeah, you see this, we're on the final wave. These are harder guys, the archmages and stuff, and so they usually always will drop at least some crafting materials. And so it's definitely worth grinding through. I'm at 60% just to get the material, because you lose a lot of durability everything. Like I started at 10 out of 10 for this cloak, and it's already at 6 out of 10. So after each run, you're going to want to go to the blacksmith and repair stuff. So if you're doing that as much as I am, you run out of those materials so fast, and it's another thing similar to the mana. So I think they could tweak the rates of those, because that can definitely get annoying. That thing I just picked up as well is a key fragment. So 500 key fragments lets you craft a key for the boss wave, and it takes now it takes 1 key to enter. When this playtest started, it took 3, which was a lot, and they turned it down to 1, which is way better, especially for the first one. All right, so I'm just gonna kill these last couple ones and then go back to town, and I'll show you repairing the gear before I quit. There's also auction house capabilities, so you can sell your gear to other players in the auction house for gold. The gold right now, I don't know if this is going to be the case in game, but it's kind of hard to come by, because they make it so it's like you can purchase it. So I think it's $1 for 500 gold, and then you also can get the premium, the season pass, which I did get, which was 2,000 gold. And then that lets you claim gold every day based on like the dungeon, the shards you get for completing dungeons and stuff. In previous playtests, gold used to just drop from monsters, and I liked that because it helps you as like a free-to-play player, just quickly get some gold so you can buy some gear and stuff from the auction house. It's a little bit harder to come by now. It's not too bad. Like if you have the premium pass, which it's like $4, it's not too bad. But still, I would recommend. If it was up to me, I would let them drop from monsters. Maybe just rare, and maybe they do, and I just haven't got it. Maybe it's that rare, but who knows? All right, so I'm back in town. I'm going down to this blacksmith to repair things. Typically, you could just repair all, but you can see it costs way more materials than I currently have. So what I can do is go salvage some things that I don't need. I'll salvage this and that. Just some of my like gray stuff. I've upgraded these, which I'm not going to sell right now. But yeah, so I'll repair this because it's fully broken. I'll repair that because it's close. So that's close too. That's about all I can do. I'll repair this as well. Okay, so I can't repair anymore, but I'll show you enhancing as well. So if you have duplicates of the same item, instead of salvaging them, you can also enhance them. So I've got this ironclad chest, and I've got this other ironclad chest, and I will combine them, and now I've got an ironclad chest +1, which increased my I think that increased the HP capacity and mana capacity by +5%. So that's pretty sweet. And on the map, we have a bunch of other things. So this guy, the key is where you craft your key fragments. This is the factory seller that I was talking about, where you can claim a chest if you have the factory. There's also PvP modes, which I haven't tried. The premium store where you can buy like time cards and stuff, which I forgot to mention. Every day you get this touch the grass buff, which gives you an hour of dungeon time. And then if you're out of time, like if you play for more than an hour, you need to buy a time scroll, which is 150 gold, which isn't too hard. Like if you've played and you've sold stuff on the auction house and whatnot, you can get 150 gold pretty easily. But it's like a thing to make you to prevent people from being able to absolutely farm the game unless they're spending gold, which helps the economy in the game and everything by burning the gold. But yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for as well. There's also fishing, which I haven't had good luck fishing. You have to buy bait for gold, and like the lowest tier bait is 10 gold, and every time I've tried to fish, I just lose gold. Like I haven't gotten any good drops where it seems worth it, so I don't really know the point of fishing. It might just be a way to gamble, I don't know. The worm tribute, you can claim gold every day, like I mentioned, from the premium pass there. Over here, the little die is where you can change the item skills, like re-roll them, that I was mentioning. And then up here is if you have the ring NFT, which I do not. It's a dragon merchant, so you can, I guess, claim a chest for ring NFT holders. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the content in the playtest. This is the dungeon, the difficulties. You can see I completed difficulty 1. I'm on to difficulty 2, which I can get these drops from. And then the dungeon stage, that's actually not a boss stage, but you can see here at the boss stage, it requires a key. So I wasn't lying about that. But all right, well, I'll end it here. I've somehow already been yapping for 14 minutes. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if you've played this game, if you're looking forward to it and whatnot. Highly recommend joining their Discord and just kind of keeping an eye on it, because it is a lot of fun and they're pretty active developers. So shout out to the Calamity, and yeah, happy gaming.